Hey, how's it going? My name is Josh Garrick, and I'm going over some more CS 1371 today. We're going over the first part of the homework this week is the ABC's conditionals. We're really going over the basics and the fundamentals of conditional statements like if statements and switch statements, how they work and how to manipulate them a little bit. So to go over really the syntax and really what a conditional statement, the two conditional statements are and how they work in MATLAB. I just have this little thing just to go over that a little bit. So when we're talking about conditionals, usually we're talking about if statements and switch statements. So here you have what both would look like if typed into MATLAB. So our if statement would be if some condition, and that's got to be a logical condition, so like greater than or equal to, equals equals, less than or equal to. If condition is true, then you just want the code after that. Else, if a different condition is true, then you execute that code. Else, which is like our catch-all, you're going to execute the final code. So it's running through each condition, checking if it's true. If it's true, it's going to run through the code. If it's not true, it's going to the next state, the next condition, until you go to else, which is your last piece of conditioning that it's like your catch-all. So if nothing else before this works, then you're just going to run that final code. So for switch statements, it's a little different, but I mean both are interchangeable really. We can do the same things with both. For our switch statement, we're going to have switch some variable case value 1. So what that variable might be equal to. If it's equal to that value, then you're going to execute that code, case value 2. Then if it's equal to that value, you're going to execute that code. Otherwise, you're going to execute the final code and you're going to end the statement. So now else ifs and different cases, you can have more than this, you can have less than this. It depends on what you're trying to test and what you're trying to code. Otherwise and else aren't always necessary, but they're just that catch-all at the end to make sure that you're getting something at the end. So that's really just more of the basics of if and switch statements. I have the homework file that they send to you. We have the ABCs of conditionals, the directions, write the code to satisfy the following directions. For each part, store your answer in the variable that is specified within the parentheses. So this week we have 3 given input variables: x, any real number, y, an integer, and z, a vector of logicals. So our first one is if statements. X is a number. Use an if statement to set a equal to one of the following numbers: 1, 0, or -1, depending on whether x is a positive. Set a to 1, 0, set a to 0, or negative, set a to -1. Note that you must use an if statement. So this is the beginning of the code. We have if x is greater than 0, then a will equal 1. Else if x equals 0, then a will equal 0. Else if x is less than 0, a equals -1. So we also have so that's the code to write an if statement for what they were asking in the first question. Second question is a switch statement. So y is an integer. Use a switch statement to set b equal to one of the following values: true, false, or the string neither. So if y is any of these values, 3, 6, 8, 9, or 11, then set b equal to true. If y is 2, 5, or 7, set b to false. If y is neither, then set b to the string neither. You must use a switch statement to solve this problem. So for this one, you're going to switch the variable y. The first case is if y is equal to a vector of any of the numbers in this vector: 3, 6, 8, 9, or 11. In that case, b is going to be true. The second case, it's another logical if y is equal to 2, 5, or 7, then b equals false. And just anything else is going to be neither. So with the different, that's a switch statement for you. Um, number three, number three is just a kind of, it's a function that will help manipulate while using these kind of logical and conditional statements. So the any function, use the any function to determine if any of the values in the vectors z are true. So it's just c equals any of z. It's just another, it's a logical that will return 1 or 0, a true or false. And then for number 4 is the all, use the all function to determine if all the values in the vector z are true. D equals all of z. So that's just going over that again. And so that's really just the ABCs of conditionals and the really basic stuff. I hope it helps a little bit, and that's it.